Well, welcome back to the Tiadaghton Forest. This is another section of the Black Forest Trail. This is a smaller loop called the Sentiero DiShay Trail. We're going to be mostly on this is what known as a high water route for the Black Forest Trail to avoid some high water and bad weather. This trail is on all trails. It doesn't have the best ratings. It only has a few ratings and they're so-so. So I'm out here to see what it's all about and do some cold weather camping. That's really what I want to do, some cold weather camping and see if we can knock off this 14 miles in an overnight. So I parked the car right here off Route 44 and we started heading west on the trail. And right away you start seeing signs, the Pine Bog Trail, and we are on the Sentiero DiShay Trail. First part of it is what's known as Blackberry Trail. Now this entire route should be marked in blue rectangles or blue circles. It's a multi-use trail. I believe horseback, mountain biking, cross-country skiing. So the trail's probably not going to be in the greatest shape, but it's supposed to be mostly level. Let's try to get to camp here and start getting warm. My left hand got so cold holding the camera up doing that opening filming I was doing there. I had to put my gloves on and kept it in my pocket all the way until I got to the part where the Blackberry Trail breaks off and the Sentiero DiShay Trail continues here. I'm gonna put my hand down now, even with the glove on. It's really cold, and then I have to take the other glove off to start the camera because it's like a touch screen. This is going to be tough filming out here in this weather, I can tell already. Like I said, that did my left hand in. It's finally starting to come back to normal. Each one of my digits, one by one, started to really hurt. I could feel it was coming back too. And now finally my ring finger is finally the last one to go. You know, it goes through this process and it almost kind of burns. I'm like, that's a little reminder of keep my fingers covered so the gloves are staying on no matter how hard it is for me to press these buttons on the camera and that. First things first, like I said, going to find a camp and wood and a nice fire safely and get nice and warm and have a peaceful night's sleep by a stream. I got a few new things that I'm trying. One thing that I couldn't find that I didn't bring, which I wish I would have brought my backup one. See, I'm sleeping on my Neo Air, the Thermarest mattress, and I really wanted to bring they have the accordion style that I used to have. I still have it. You know, it's a nice long one. I could not locate it before I left. I was going to lay that underneath just for that extra warmth underneath. I had a short one that I cut just for a sit pad, and I said, well, just bring that for your upper body. Nah, I didn't do it. Hope I don't regret not bringing it. But we're going to find out. This is kind of a test. You know, backwoods test, getting into some winter camping. I think it was about 34 degrees when I got out of the car, and it was breezy. And holding the camera up like this, my left hand was bone chilling cold. I can't remember if I grabbed my thermometer or not. I've been thinking about that. I'm going to check when I take my pack off here. One of these breaks coming up, I guess. If I take a break, I don't know. I'm kind of just leisurely walking through. The trail is nice and flat. There is some extremely wet sections. My feet are already wet, so we'll deal with that later. Got to keep an eye on that too now. But yeah, they're warm. I'm warm all over now. Nice and quiet up here. Little slight uphill coming here, and just a couple little ups and downs, and I think we're going to find a camp and some nice legal trees. We'll talk about that at camp and get warm. Already, I'm like maybe a mile in, maybe a little more because it's kind of smooth sailing, but the signs, past like 3 or 4 of them, telling me this is that way, that's this way. And the blue markers are decent. I mean, some of them are a little faded, but you can see where you're going. Nice signs so far, nice marks. Just follow the blue rectangles. We're just 2.1 miles in from our westerly direction there from the car. And this is the first campsite I came across. It looks like an old campsite, but you got the remnants of a fire ring there, probably some sitting rocks so you could readjust in a flat area for a tent around here. I'm pretty sure there's water flowing pretty close over there, but I'll check again this way. I don't think it's far from water. I'll say that much. This trail definitely is not dry. It's called the high water route on the Black Forest Trail, but it doesn't mean it ain't wet. I think it's been a while since somebody used this trail register. 2008's the last thing I see in there. Might need to update that guy. So we're making pretty good time here. It's all pretty flat. Stop here to take a break. Really gauge how cold it is. I brought the bear canister, hoagie from Sheets, chili cheese Fritos. But I had to get through all that to get to my snack here. Man, I'm kind of bummed out. I just confirmed that I did forget my thermometer, so I can't keep track of what the low will be overnight. I guess I can use the nearest town. I can use my satellite messenger to check the weather, but it won't be my exact point. Man, keep thinking maybe it'll turn up, but I don't see where it will turn up. I remember moving it around in my room when I was getting ready. I swear I had something else with it too. There was like 2 things I moved. Hope it wasn't something important. But I went over my checklist 3 times in my head before I left on the way here. I got everything I need to survive. I hope. Just kidding, I should. I just noticed there's a red blaze there in front of me. I don't see any blues. I'm gonna have to check my bearings here. I've just been following this path here. I wonder if I missed a turn. Let me go check. Yeah, we're still fine. The blue started to show up. Always keep questioning. Is that the right blaze? Let me check, I'm not sure. If you're not sure, check. Before you know it, you'd be even more lost than when you should have stopped and checked a while back. So it's always good to check the maps, check your bearings, check your compass. We're about less than a mile to my proposed campsite, so that's gonna be good because I kind of wanted to get there about 3 o'clock. Give me a couple hours of daylight, probably less than that. I'm just wishful thinking to gather some wood and stay warm for a few hours before I tuck into the sleeping bag. Okay, now we're coming up on where the Sentiero DiShay Trail meets back up with the Black Forest Trail. You can tell that by The orange blaze is there. No horses permitted on the Black Forest Trail. We're gonna jump on the BFT. Here's our signs. And right over here, we're gonna find some nice camping. So we have water. Oh, nice looking clear water. Well, it looks like it's going to be a pretty nice camp here. Nice flat spot there for the tent, and it looks like there's going to be some nice wood to get. First things first, though, I really want a cup of hot tea. Peppermint tea. Now I cleared away the needles away from this, even though everything's wet and it's freezing cold out. Still safety first. You could start a fire like that if you're not careful. That looks fair. I think I put way too much fuel in there, but because I really don't want to bring it to a boil, but I can let it cool down quick probably. Now I'm not real sure how well these alcohol stoves work in the freezing weather. I don't know if they're that great, but they're probably better than a one of those butane propane mixed stoves. I'm hoping. Well, I'm excited to build a fire and stay warm in this. That's always a fun adventure in its own. Yeah, I think I'll rebuild that fire a bit. And as I drink my tea here, I'm gonna look for my thermometer again. I doubt I'll find it. But as I drink my tea, I'm gonna just maybe walk around here and see if I see any nice fallen trees with my name on them. Ever since I got off that last trip, I was sick. I've been sick for almost a month now, and I still have this cough I can't get over. I've been drinking a lot of tea because I can't just drink coffee all day. I'm not old, dude. Speaking of John, hey, I brought some cowboy coffee I'm gonna make in the morning. I just wanted some good tasting coffee, so I'm gonna try my hands at some cowboy coffee. Introduced to me by my friend John, old dude on the trail. We'll have to get out and do some more trails this year. I'm sure we will. Okay, so I just enjoyed my peppermint tea, and this pot cozy does definitely keep it warm the whole time until I get to the very end. There was still a little bit left, it just got cold. I wish I would have brought some sweetener. I wasn't thinking about that, but it was still pretty good. Nice and hot. And I walked up and down the trail a little ways. That way, and the way we came in, spotted some trees, fallen trees. See, the thing is, you can't just go around just willy-nilly just cutting down a tree, even if it's dead. For the state forest, it's in their rules somewhere in there. You don't really want to mess with just the way the forest looks, you know? You're allowed to take stuff that's fallen over and on the ground. And I think it actually specifically says on the ground. So I spotted some things that we can snag and drag them over. I did bring the saw. And I got my knife here for splitting the wood when I need to do that. So I think I'm just gonna take the saw over here and grab these first. Now let me give you an example of something that you shouldn't do. This was not me. I mean, this could have been trail maintenance, but I kind of doubt it. You can't just be coming down here and cutting down logs so they look good to you. You just know how to do that. I walked up and down this trail here as I sipped on my tea, and I found a nice fallen one over, and I marked the trail. There it is. I marked it with a branch here pointing me in. This here is where we can find, right there, him. All right, that'll be nice to start with right there. Plus, I'm gonna take that branch I marked with. Right here. That top of it's gonna be a nice kindling for starting. And then it is a pine, it's gonna burn hot and fast. But that's okay, just to get it going. That'll be a nice guy to get it going. And over the other side of camp there, I have a bigger log or two waiting for me. I'm not sure if it's still attached to the ground here or not. I think it looks like it is. Well, maybe not. Well, that's cool. I'm just gonna saw the top off and take it down into 2 pieces. Now we're over here on the other side of camp, and we hiked by this coming in right before camp. This is right off the trail. Now there is this big fallen one right here. I'm not too sure about it though. I don't know how dead it might be. But this guy right here looks like a nice burner to me. So I think I might saw a chunk of that off, see what she looks like. So yeah, this is not in the ground. As you can see, it's just kind of just slammed down on there and wedged in some of those smaller trees. I think I might saw at this hunk. See what it looks like. That's some nice wood there. Now that other part of it, on the ground is starting to rot. I think I got down as far as I could. I'm just gonna leave the rest there to become part of the earth and haul these big boys over, get a drink, check the time, might look for that thermometer because I still haven't yet. Have a feeling it might just be loose in my pack, so I might find it when I get everything out of it. Okay, I've been gathering some sticks and getting some kindling ready. Now what I do sometimes, most of the times, is cotton balls soaked in Vaseline. They'll burn for a little bit and give time for your kindling to catch here. I keep stepping on this rock. It's going in the fire pit. Looks like we got some of those rocks here that explode. What is that? I think sandstone or something. Oh, I don't know how hot I'll get it, but I'm gonna get it as hot as I can. So I got my kindling ready here. And you always want to let some air get into your fire. I always lay down sticks first, let air flow underneath it. So she keeps going. Now I only use one of these cotton balls. I always take way more than I need. I know the camera doesn't show it as much, but it is starting to get dark here. This is my peppermint tea bag from earlier. I'm gonna just keep it by the fire so it doesn't attract anything, and I can get it in my trash whenever I get to it here. So, set that guy right there. And as you can see, it'll burn like a little candle. And that's all the top parts of that pine I got. Got as small as I could, cracked it in half, got a little teepee. Get that there without putting it out. And over here I got some of the small sticks ready, and then I'll take care of a lot of them first, and we'll just get a nice cover of coals here. In the meantime, I got all these guys keep me busy, and we'll go out and get some more, but let's get it going. Got me some hot apple cider here. Sounded good on a cold night. Hi there. So I've been cutting some wood. There's a big log over here that somebody was sawing on. So I cut one piece off of it already. It took me 3 tries at it. I had to take breaks, and I'm working on another chunk, and it's a beast. So I'm gonna get at least that more off of it. I might do another chunk. It was just here. It looked like somebody was trying to burn some of it too. I just propped it up here to saw it. So I'm gonna feed off that, I think. And I got these logs right here, sawed up in the meantime. Got a blazing fire going, nice. Like I said, there's some more logs there. Got the tent set up here. Get a better light on it. Nice flat spot, right by the stream over there. That's what I wanted. Just listen to the forest and the stream. So I still gotta do the air mattress. I actually have 2 quilts in there. My under quilt from my hammock, because it's rated 20 degrees. I really went all in on that one. It was a 900 fill incubator from Hammock Gear. I've been loving that, and I'm gonna slowly upgrade to really good gear like that. But I got that plus my 35 degree quilt, or 32, I'm not sure what it is, on top of my thermarest. Hopefully I'm gonna stay nice and warm in there. I still have to inflate that, if I didn't say that already. Small gear explosion here, just gotta put everything in the bear canister, put that someplace safe. It's, I think 5:30 now, maybe almost 6, I don't know, let me check. Maybe I'll put it on the screen. I might go out and get some nice kindling for in the morning in case I want to fire in the morning, which I probably will, so I see that happening in my future. Other than that, there's definitely a hoagie in my future. I'm gonna eat that, and I might even have some more food. Beef ramen I have in there that I might snack on, and probably another hot apple cider with a secret ingredient. Okay, let's see how this segment works. I got a light shining on me. I'm just looking right at the light here. So on this trip, since it's going to be freezing and pretty much below freezing almost the entire time, I can't bring my water purifier, the Sawyer Squeeze. You can't let those fibers inside of it get frozen, or it'll compromise the whole system and it won't work. So I've had these for, since last year. Where'd I put them? I'm blind. Okay, I found them. They're right here. These are water purification tablets. Now, I read the directions on them not too long ago, but let's go ahead and read the directions again. This is my, if you want to call it, emergency kit. I have in here some Neosporin, some bandages, stuff for my feet. I have a flint and steel in here, an extra lighter, ibuprofen right in here. Nothing in here smells. Even the stuff I put on my feet has no fragrance to it. This stays with me. And it has a tick tweezers in there. Other things too. Maybe I'll go over that one day. So this here are the water tablets here. If you can see them. I don't know if that's going to come through. So basically what we're doing here is add 2 tablets to 1 quart or liter of water. Cap loosely. Allow a small amount of leakage. Wait 5 minutes. Shake the container, then tighten the cap. Wait 30 minutes before drinking. Keep tablets dry. So we're going to give this a try. Something else I brought on these cold weather trips is a thermos. This thermos I just grabbed at Walmart. I think it was $12. Yeah, it's pretty hefty weight, but it's about 1.5 liters of water in there, and it's probably like a lukewarm water and I have in there right now. And as the night goes on, I'm gonna just keep the water in here. 1.5 liters of water will get me out of this trail. So let's go get some water in that nice clear water over there. Follow the directions and see if we don't poison ourselves. I'm sure we'll be fine. Okay, this is some nice clear water here. So let's go ahead. Get no debris in there, hopefully. My left hand's like, oh no, you're doing it again. That's cold. Okay, we're good. Now we're going to, let's go back to camp here. Okay, hi. Let's see if I can get this camera on me. Yeah, we'll see. I'm probably blinding you, but this is water right out of the stream. Cracked this bottle for the first time. Oh look, there's like cotton in there I gotta get out. Let's use this tick tweezer to get it out. Whoops, we don't need that many. Let's just dump 2 in here. Get the rest in here. And we'll wait 5 minutes and come back and shake it up and make sure the threads are coated. So now it's been at least 5 minutes now. I got the cap loosely on. I'm gonna go ahead and shake it. So it coats everything. And tighten it back up. Now it looks like those capsules have completely dissolved. So I did everything I was supposed to do. Now let's eat a hoagie. Now here what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a couple of these, and I got some small sticks over there for the morning, and I'm going to give these a split with a bigger log here and my knife. That way they can catch quick in the morning. So I'm just straightening up camp here. Got a blazing fire, another log and a stack of logs over there if I really want to. Morning's ready, getting everything ready in the bear can here. I did bring some of these hot hands. Now when I got here, I opened up 4 of them, put them in my vest pockets, and I got my battery in there that I charge my phone up with when I'm not filming here. And I got the thermos here. That water I got out of the stream, boy, it's dirty looking. It looks dirtier than when I got it out. I didn't drink any yet. I don't know. Is it supposed to turn color? There's my wood for the morning. And there's my giant fire tonight. It's a nice fire, not smoky at all. Giving off some nice heat. Right now it's about 9 o'clock and we're gonna go ahead and put this bear canister down the trail here a little bit. Let's get some more light for you guys. There we are. Here's the sign for Sentiero DiShay Trail. Breaks off from Black Forest, I believe. That's where we're camping at. Yeah. Let's go out on the Black Forest Trail a little ways and put this canister down. The stream wraps around right here. Let's go across the stream here. Now this was icy before, I'm gonna be careful. Still looks pretty icy. Let's go up here. That's where it is by that tree here. Well, it looks like a pretty quiet night here. I've had like 3 airplanes, I think I've counted so far over me, and they've been really far apart. Oh, there's my tent right here. And I've been using this red light to walk back to the camp, following the trail. But yeah, I can see just fine in front of me. I don't know if you can see me or not. I guess I'll find out when I go into the editing room. Oh, I was walking by my tent earlier when I was setting it up, and yes, this is an MSR groundhog. I stepped on it by accident, and it just cracked right in half. So yeah, that happens. I do bring extra stakes, so that comes in handy. I always bring 2 extra ones just in case I need to batten down the hatches or something like that happens. So yeah, I'm gonna just pack this up and crawl in the bed. It's just about 9 o'clock now. I can't just keep building the fire over and over again. It's been nice and warm. Let's see how warm it is in the tent. Good morning. I slept like a baby. Warm and cozy under these 2 quilts here. I think it snowed a little last night. Let's take a look. Well, I must say, I wasn't expecting this. It's a winter wonderland out here. It's cold breaking this down. I got everything just about put in my backpack. I just got to get the tarp part of the tent put in there and some of my stuff put on top. And then hot coffee. And then I'm probably gonna have a little fire here before I decide to go. Woo, I did not expect all this snow. Pretty cool. Whew. I got this little bundle here made. So we're gonna go light that up and get warm with this before we go. Have some coffee. I got my like crunchy bars and breakfast bars and that in my pocket here to get warm up so whenever I'm on the trail there I can not have to bite into ice. frozen breakfast. Well, let me start this up. And the sun's starting to pop up a little bit. That's nice. You got to enjoy it. This is beautiful. I was not expecting a pretty snowfall in the morning. Ooh, it's getting hot. Let's see if I do this right. I go ahead. I brought ground coffee in. Good coffee. I'm gonna go and dump that in my pot here. I have to stir that up. Here's a stick. Here's a stick. Stir it up with that. Get that in there. And this is all you do. You just put your grounds in there. I don't really want to bring it to a boil. I just want to get it hot and steamy. All right, the fire just kicked on my stove. Had more than enough fuel left over for this adventure here. Wish me luck. If not, I have a caffeine little crystal light packet. In the meantime, I'm gonna get some more water from the stream on this side. On the Black Forest Trail side, the water's flowing a lot better than it was over here. It might be a little clearer. I ended up boiling all that water I did last night just for peace of mind. As I was sitting by the fire, I just boiled it and threw it in my thermos as it cooled off. but I definitely want to get another leader, I think, for the road, for the 10 miles out here. Pretty hike. It's going to be a pretty hike. So I got the coffee pulled off of there just as it was starting to boil, and I grabbed it just as soon as it was starting to bubble over. Got a little bubble over on this log here, but I got it in. It's cozy, and we're gonna let it sit there and steep. And I'm gonna put some in this mug here and see how it goes. It sure does smell good. I managed to get this water without even getting my hands wet. It was flowing so nice. Now look at that there. That's clear, right? That's clear. I'm gonna add those tablets to it and see what it turns into. Because I swear it got dirtier last night. Maybe it's what it's supposed to do. Is it iodine? I don't know. Let's find out. So yeah, the cowboy coffee is working great. Had it steeping in here. I ended up using the mug from my thermos because it's a little more heavy duty than my little snack jar that I use. All the grounds are in there, and you pour this nice and slow, and you get all the coffee off the top. This is my second cup of this. I'm just starting to see some grounds go in there now because I'm getting towards the end, but I'm gonna go ahead and drink all of this. I'd like to thank old dude on the trail for showing me this. Sometimes you gotta listen to those old dudes. They know what they're talking about. Way better than my instant coffee. And that instant coffee I was using was out of a tin, and I think it was getting old. It was just garbage. It was garbage. I tried it on my last trip. I was like, oh my gosh, it was like drinking like, I don't know, like coffee syrup. Look at that. That's all the grounds. I'm gonna go ahead and let them cool off, and I'm gonna pack them out in my trash bag. So there we are. Excuse me while I enjoy a cup of hot joe in the snow. Just like at home. That's so good. For the most part, got all my grounds taken out. Had to do a little rinse and dump, but trying to keep up with the leave no trace principles. I'm gonna burn out the rest of that fire, and we're gonna hit the trail. Well, that was a nice stay there last night. Stayed nice and warm in my 2 quilts. Left some nice logs. That's the only thing I left there. Left no trace. Even left some nice kindling firewood underneath the logs there too. Hopefully somebody can use that or help somebody out. You should always try to take care of the next people in line. Well, we're briefly just on the Black Forest Trail for like a minute there. We could continue going that way on the Black Forest Trail, but we're on the Sentiero DiShay Trail. So we're gonna do this little hook here. I'll show you on the map and continue on this trail. So now we're crossing 44. There's a parking lot right here. Could definitely fit some cars there and get a link to the Black Forest Trail from right here. We're gonna head this way here. That trail register was in much better shape. Still, the latest one I've seen on there was from 2020. I didn't spend too much time digging deep in it, but I signed that one. sun's shining now, and it's pretty just walking in this fresh snow. Now we're coming down to a spot here where I was tempted to try to camp, but I wasn't 100% sure I could find a camp, so I stayed there. We're gonna find out. We're gonna go down into a valley, if you want to call it that, and then we're gonna have our first little climb, our only climb of this trail. I think it's 300 feet down, 300 feet up. Yeah, I was thinking there was going to be camping down in here, but let's find out. I'll let you know. Well, I'm not all the way at the bottom of it here, but looking for camp spots here. I mean, I don't see anything established, but it would be possible to camp down here. We still have a little further down to go. Like I mentioned yesterday, this trail is marked well with signs here. There's a sign behind me. I can continue on this ski trail to go ahead, but I think we hit rock bottom of the Sentiero DiShay, and we're going to continue, and we got our climb coming up. Now, like I said before, there is probably camping along here. You could probably do. I haven't seen anything established. Looks like somebody might have some sitting rocks right here, but I don't really know. Probably not the best conditions whenever it's warm out, but there are some flat areas along this stream here. I just noticed, boy, my face is getting cold here. I was getting discolored, I think, but I don't know if it was dirt from camp or not. But they're cold. When I touch it, it doesn't hurt. Probably just exposed to the cold air or something like that. But I feel okay, warm enough. Well, let's do this climb here. I'll see if I can keep from sweating. So the only spot that was tricky so far on this was right there where I had crossed that dried up stream there, right where those signs were, my last segment there. What you want to do is you want to follow the stream around this hill. I went straight up over it. There wasn't really any markers. I just went straight over it. And I came over the hill here to an established campsite. So there is one on this side at the bottom, at the very bottom of this trail. When you look at all trails, there is an established site with a nice little fire pit there. But yeah, you want to hug this stream around this hill, and you'll see the blue markers again. I just went right up over the hill. We got some flowing water here. Almost looks like a confluence of streams too. Well, I take that back. This isn't exactly the very bottom of the trail. I'll mark it on the map where it is, but it's pretty close. Nice little spot here though. So we're just finishing up our biggest climb of the trail here. Got a little clearing here, and it's starting to level off finally. It was a gradual ascent, but you know, it was enough. It was enough. I stopped myself from sweating the whole time, so sun feels good. I'm about to crack into the stream water that I made drinkable this morning. And yes, those pills do turn it like a brown color, like an iodine color. So I guess that's supposed to happen. I guess that either means it's working or it's not working. I'm sure it means it's working, but I'm gonna go a little further here, take the pack off for a small break and continue on after that. That sun's bright in my eyes though. So we're at a section now where we linked back up with Black Forest Trail. So we're gonna be following orange and blue blazes for a bit here. And I believe there's gonna be a view up here. And that's where I'm going to take my break for the day before we get back to the car. Well, I guess I don't look very close on the map. The vista, the overlook we have here is on a road. But we do got a view. This is where I wanted to take a break. Black Forest Trail continues down the hill there. Sentiero DiShay heads up that way. Uncharted territory for me there. That's gonna be cool. On the road for a bit, I don't know how long. But I want to take this pack off, like I said, and stretch my legs, because I'm working on the last couple of days with no stretching and all this weight I'm carrying. I'm gonna walk her up here, see when I continue on the blue trail here. Might have a better place to sit. Okay, let's take a little break in the sun here. Just that little bit of filming for that overlook. My fingers, taking my gloves off. Man, they get so cold so fast. But we're gonna go ahead and try this here discolored water. I'm gonna mix it with one of my elements into here, because I'm not gonna mix all that element into that, maybe half of it. And let's hope I don't get sick. Now, if I do get sick, I'll let you know. Maybe I'll put it on the screen right here. Did I get sick or didn't I? But I got that, the rest of my Fritos, and one of these here RX bars, and a cough drop, it looks like, too. I have to get me out of this trail. I have some other snacks, but I think that's gonna be fine. I'm gonna warm these digits back up, and let's mix this up here. Keep them moving. I can't believe how cold it gets when you expose your skin to this. I was like, please open up easily. I don't have to get out the knife or something. I want to be able to do this with my gloves on. Yeah, we're right here, right up the road from that overlook here. Looks like it's a driving campsite. It's marked number 1. Looks like a 3-way intersection here with a road. You got some trails going over here to my left, and our trail, Sentiero DiShay, is going to go down that way. Like I said, Black Forest is going down the hill over there. Gonna enjoy this sunlight and this energizing drink here. I didn't even see what flavor it was. I think it might have just been citrus, orange, and it's turning purple. Okay. Should it turn purple? That I couldn't tell you. Orange salt. Turn this purple. Why? I don't know. Well, bottoms up. Tastes fine. Let's see what the regular water tastes like. Man, that's so cold. Woo, that's cold. Now this tastes like absolutely nothing. Nothing. So. I know sitting here is not going to warm me up, but I'm going to keep moving these fingers. So my ring fingers get hit first. Man, woo. After that break, we had a little road walk, and then we jumped back into the woods here. And a little incline. And it's pretty easy from there on, elevation-wise, I think. I swear the temperature is just dropping like crazy. Man, I wish I brought my thermometer. When I looked at the weather yesterday at camp, with my satellite messenger, I can check the weather. It looked like it was just going to keep going down today. And it was going to be below 30 by 6 o'clock. which is only a couple hours away. I'm just under 4 miles to go, and I'm just kind of just trying to just get this done now at this point, because that break got me cold. I mean, it filled my belly up and I got some energy, but I'm just now starting to get my fingers back. It's just cold out here, man. This is a test, and it's tough to film. This is tough for me to film this, man. But we'll get it done. I'll be in a hot shower in only a few hours. So I'll keep telling myself, we got this. Well, I'm starting to lose sunlight here, and I'm less than a couple miles, probably like a mile and a half, so I figure I'll talk about the trail here. It's been relatively flat the entire way. I mean, there's some ups and downs, but this is a horse trail, this is a mountain biking trail, and, you know, hiking trail. It's a multi-use trail. It gets beat up. I can imagine in the wet months, it would definitely be sloshy, messy. I mean, there were some washed out spots when I was coming through here on this trip. Nice little cabin down there. So yeah, this was a cold weather test for me, and I mean, it can be dangerous. Those few minutes with my fingers out there. There's another register. Yeah, man, you get cold out here. You got to find a way to get warm. If you don't have a way to get warm, I do not recommend doing stuff like this. Even my face, I should have my gaiter up over my head here, you know, over my cheeks here, because I mean, it doesn't hurt, it feels good, but when I look at it, that you can tell the cold's affecting my face here. And as for overnight, I did keep warm all night. My 32 or 35 degree top quilt, the cold went right through it. But when I put the hammock gear incubator over me, I was toasty. My feet never got cold on this trip. Maybe when I sat still at a break, you know, my toes started to get a little cold, but you start moving and they warm right up. My fingers bothered me the most, and, you know, just filming was tough. This tripod, boy, I can't find a good tripod. This leg on it broke, so I'll be shopping for another one of those. Trail's been easy to follow, marked well. Gotta figure out where I go now. Where am I going? I think I crossed the street here. Let's cross this road. The trail is marked well, except for that one spot down there where those streams meet, and just follow the stream around the bank. And that stream was dried up when I went by it, but, you know, went into some nice flowing streams at that camp there. But yeah, it's been marked well. Yeah, the cold weather is rough on your gear. I brought my one smaller battery, and it just got ate away by the cold. It's dead. I got enough left in my phone here to film the rest of this, but I should have bought the bigger battery. I was trying to save those 5 ounces, but maybe even just 4. But like I said, it's rough on your gear out here. And I broke that tent stake. I don't know if that was because of the cold or not. Probably didn't help. It's a lot of work. It's a lot more work than just regular backpacking. It's fun to go out and build a fire and get warm, though. That's fun to do. I was not expecting this snow. That was a nice gift to wake up to. So that made this all worth it for me. I mean, would I recommend doing this trail? I mean, it's marked well. It's not that hard. I call it a moderate trail. The hardest part of the trail is how beat up some of the places are. Probably from the horses and that. Washed out a little bit. You're up on the plateau most of the time. And you get that one view on the road. It's a little taste of the Black Forest Trail. It had some nice campsites. I saw a few campsites, 2 of which were really nice. And the one wasn't really by a stream, but there was water nearby. It'd be a nice quiet camp. The whole trail's been quiet. I would say that. If you want some solitude, this is nice. You do walk by 44 a couple times, but you're in and out. Very little air traffic noise. You're really secluded out here. You feel secluded. So yeah, I mean, if you like to get messy, this be a messy summer trail, and you want to try a smaller loop of the Black Forest area, and you could even add on some Black Forest trail to this. There's all kind of loops you can do. This is just a little taste. It's an established trail, and I've been wanting to do the whole thing, so here we are. Yeah, and I'd say it's definitely a viable option for the high water route on the Black Forest Trail. Now, when you come up on here, don't think you're going to be dry. It is wet up here, but if you don't want to cross all those streams down there and the water's flowing really bad, it's definitely worth a trip up here because it is marked well. And if it gets you out of a bad situation down there, then hey, little wet spots here and there on the trail are better than that. So yeah, I would recommend it if you're hesitant on should I or shouldn't I, you know. Well, that does it for the Sentiero DiShay Trail. Hope you enjoyed my winter camping trip. Like I said, it was a little test for myself, and make sure you can stay warm out here, and ways to get warm if you want to do stuff like this, because it can get cold quick. I forgot my thermometer, but I'm gonna check the car thermometer here and see what actually the temperature is right now. Well, thanks for coming along on this adventure. See you next time. Just in time too, my water is about to ice over. It's pretty cold to drink too. The car says 23 degrees, man. I knew it was cold. Hot shower, here I come.